everybody, welcome to this fabulous reading of August 6th of 2024. This is a Tuesday reading, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. Give this a video, give it a like and a comment if you want. But this is a reading that I'm going to do. Basically, this is how it seems to be. I know that there might be any cross watchers who are watching this video, but this is what it seems to be. And this is the way it goes, and it's the way of how it seems to be. So notice that how it goes. I know that my hair is a little bit wacky. You guys can laugh at my hair if you want to, but it seems to be very interesting of how it goes and how it looks. And this is like a new hairstyle, what it seems to be. But anyway, the point being is that this is the truth and nothing else but the truth. There are ways to understand about how everything goes, and you have to look at it from a different way, even if you're going to get along with somebody or not, or you have to know about how your ways of how to understand it. You have to be prepared about how everything goes, but then you have to obey and how to everything is. You have to obey your own rules. You have to obey your own satisfactory. It's the way of knowing what to do, but this is the way of how it is. You have to understand about how it is in one way or another. It's the way of how things are. So I know that this reading does, understand about how it seems to be, and it's the way of how it goes one way or another. So I'm trying to see what's the opportunity about this reading that I'm going to do. And if it goes, very interesting about it, just understand it, because this is what it seems to be. It's like the saying goes, it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, something like that. But this is what it seems to be. So we have to acknowledge about what's going on, and interesting about how it is, because this is just the way it goes. It's the way of understanding about how it is in one way or another, because everything is kind of shift shape, and everything is it's the way of acknowledging about how it goes, because you have to believe about how things are. You have to put things into perspective, and you have to obey your own rules, right? You have to obey about how things are, and you have to look at it and say, am I doing this right? And it's the way of how it goes, right? So you have to understand about how it is one way or another. So this is what it seems to be, and this is just how it is. So I'm just going to look at the reading that I'm going to do. I hope that you guys can pay attention to it, because in one way or another, this is just the way it goes, and this is what it seems to be. So I understand that this is just the reading of how it is, and you have to believe about how things are, and you're going to say, well, oh, what's this reading about? What's going on, and what's happening? And you think to yourself, am I doing this right? And you have to think things clearly to understand that, right? Because you have to believe about how it is. You have to remain about how you can do it, right? You have to think about how it is, right? So this is just how the reading goes. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a comment, and this is what it seems to be. I am drinking of my coffee that I'm having a little bit, so that's good. I have dice that I'm going to have. Basically, I'll be doing about your houses, or your letters, your numbers, whatever it is, in the months, and this is what it seems to be. So this is just a general reading. I will clarify, and this is a good reading for all of you, because this is just a general reading, right? And this is just an opportunity to understand that, because this is just how it remains, right? So you have to think about it. You have to think about how your whereabouts are, and you have to think about how it is, and this is what it seems to be. So I know that I don't want to keep muttering, and I don't want to keep doing that. So I hope that this reading helps you, and I hope that this seems to be. So I'm going to tell you what's going on, and this is what it seems to be. Alright, so basically the turnout is you have the Knight of Water. Okay, so the Knight of Water is emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions and invitation to a social event. Yeah, right? Because I said balancing emotions. The Nine of Air is representing expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So if you're having a bad sleep, if you're not, don't know what to do, that's what it seems to be. The star Archangel is happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans, on the right path. That's what it seems to be on that one. The Queen of Air is independent, experienced, realistic, witty. Is objective, decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in the situation. That's how it seems to be. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And the Nine of Earth is enjoying life's of luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So you could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So this is just a reading about how it goes, but you have to think things clearly. You have to give your own motive. You have to think about how things are, and you have to see it as it goes along, because this is just the way it goes, but you have to remember that it's the way of knowing what to do, but you have to believe that you can do it. Seeing is believing is seeing, right? But this is how it seems to be. So I know that this is a good reading, and I'm going to clarify, because I have to clarify all this. So we're going to start off with this one over here. So let's see. So from the Knight of Water all the way to the Star. So we have, so there's 2 Pentacles reversed. The 6 of Pentacles upright. The Star is reversed. And the 2 of Cups is reversed. Yeah, see? So basically, the 2 of Cups represents like your relationships. If it's reversed, you're not in a relationship. The Star represents, reverse means you're not wishing upon something. The 6 of Pentacles is upright because you could be you're having gifts. That could be a way of knowing what to do. You think that everything's fine and everything's all great, but then you think to yourself, what's the point? The point being is that that's what it seems to be. So that's just how it is. I want to see what's going on from the opposite. For the Knight of Water all the way down to the Nine of Earth and the Queen of Air. So I'm going to look at those. So you have the 3 of Pentacles is reversed, followed by the Strength card is upright. We have the Knight of Swords reversed, and we have the 7 of Cups reversed. Yeah, see? The Strength card represents Leo, but it represents that you have positivity because you believe that you can do whatever you want. Like you're being brave, right? You're having the bravery to do things on your own. It's the way of knowing what to do. It's the way of how you can understand that, of how it goes. So all these reverse cards, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reverse cards and 2 upright. Now that it seems to be very interesting of how it goes, but you have to think things clearly about how things are, right? It's the way of how to believe about it. Having a complex way of how it goes, like you think that everything's fine, everything's all dandy and what have you, but things can turn out. Things will, believe about how this is, right? This is no legacy. This is not how things are. But you have to remember about how it is, right? So I'm going to see what's going on with this, and I'm going to clarify. I'm going to clarify these 4 cards, as in the Star, the 2 of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. So I'm going to clarify, put 1 card here, okay? Now I'm going to clarify the 6 of Pentacles, the Bravery, and then the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. So I'm going to clarify that. So let's see. So let's see. So we have the Hermit that's reversed because you could be already having a soulmate that you already have. And you have the Ace of Cups is upright because this could be maybe dealing with another Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So I know for a fact that this could be a different way of knowing what to do. It's the way of, believe that you can do it. You have to think things clearly. You have to know about how things are. Because this whole entire reading does make sense. It does. And you have to believe it. In order to do things with your own life, you have to pay attention to it. This is what it seems to be. So do you see this? Yeah. Okay. Now, let's think clearly about how this remains. Okay. Now I'm not going to do all these cards to clarify, but I'm going to clarify just what's going on here. So I'm just going to do 1 card here, 1 card here. The Fool is upright because there's change. That's how it is, right? Because you're changing in that perspective, right? And the 7 of Cups is upright. Yeah, so you could be dealing with another, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, right? So when you have the 7 of Cups reversed here, okay, you have the 7 of Cups that's upright here. Do you see the difference? Yeah, I do. It's the way of how it goes, because this is just how I'm going to clarify, because there's more to this. So let's see, I already shuffled these cards, but let's see. So I'm going to clarify the Fool. Let's see. Okay, so we have the King of Cups reversed because there's no support. But then you have the 4 of Swords is upright because recuperation. That's what remains. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And you have the Page of Wands is upright because there's invention, right? Because you have that way of knowing what to do. So you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And then you have the Page of Cups reversed because there's no loyalty. No, it's not. Right there, there's no loyalty to understand that in one way or another. But you have the Page of Pentacles upright because there's prospects. So you could be dealing with another Earth sign as in Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Now, that's what one way is. I'm going to clarify the 7 of Cups now. So let's see. Okay, so basically the 9 of Pentacles reversed because there's no comfort. Interesting. But then you have the 2 of Swords reversed because there's no crossroads, because you already know exactly which direction you're going to take. And then you have the Devil that's reversed because there's no obsession. Not right now, but, give it time, because this is just an opportunity to look at that. Look at from how things are. But you have to believe about how things it is, right? But that's how it is. And then you have the Three of Pentacles reversed because there's no excitement. No. But then you have the Nine of Cups reversed because there's no fulfillment. Then you have the Queen of Cups reversed because there's no empathy. No, there's not. See, you have the Six of Swords reversed because there's no movement. The Hermit reversed because there's no solitude, right? Because you already know that you have a soulmate already. And then you have the Five of Swords is upright because there's revenge. Yeah, see? It's the way of having that ability to have conflict, because, having conflict is a bad rhythm to take, It's the way of knowing what to do, but you have to believe that you can do it. You have to think things clearly to understand that, and you have to think about how it is, right? Because there is a way of knowing what to do, and you have to think things clearly, right? Because you think about who's doing this. And basically it seems to be that, and this is just the way it goes, right? Because sometimes we feel left out, or we have our own abilities to know about from our rights and wrongs, And this is what it seems to be. This is what the reading is, because, in that way, in that perspective, you have to think things clearly. You have to think, well, we have to believe how things are, knowing that this is just how it is, but the reading does go as it seems to be. You have the perspective to know from that. You have to know how things are. You have to put things into the right perspective. If you have perspective, then you have to pay attention to it. If you don't have perspective, then you won't pay attention to it. Do you see the difference? I do. So you have to pay attention about if you're having conflict with somebody, if you need to rest and say, all right, I got this, I need to comply, I need to recuperate, then you have to do exactly what you're told to do. Is you have to find a right balance to say, I'm sorry, or something like that, right? You have to apologize, right? You need to understand that there are things that you're trying to understand, and when you do, right? You have to believe that, because if you do understand, then you know, right? If you misunderstand, you don't know, right? So you have to understand that this is the way it goes. It doesn't really matter about how it is, but this is what it seems to be. So I know that this reading is not over yet, but eventually it will. So I'm just going to do the oracle cards that I'm going to do. I will do the dice, and we're going to see at the bottom of the tarot decks to see what happens. Okay? This is just a general reading, but I hope it will help you. I hope it will guide you, and I hope that you can understand how it is. Because you have to put things into that perspective way, because that's how it seems to be. Okay? So anyway, this is what an opportunity is. Okay, so we already understand that this is a fire sign over here against an earth sign, air sign here. There's an air sign here because it wants revenge. I can see that, right? So I can see what's going on here. But we're going to figure out who's doing this. So this is kind of almost like a mystery reading, but it kind of isn't. It's just how it is. Because I want to see what's going on here. So we have the lion is ask for what you want. Yeah. So, you have to ask what you want, ask for what you want, because that's how it seems to be, right? Because this is just a reading of how it goes, but then you have to see it as a wonderful way of how it seems to be. And let's see about this card is the butterfly. Get ready for big changes. Yeah, see? This is what it seems to be, because you have to know from that way. You have to put that into the right moment. This is the way of how it goes. So you can see about get ready for big changes. Everything is going to come together, but you have to remember to remain calm. You have to know about how it is. You have to know if you're doing it right or if you do it wrong, or. So I can see this. I can see about how it is. This is just how it remains. But I want to see it. I just want to see how it is, because you have to think and you have to believe about how it is, right? So I can understand this is just a general reading, but this is just the way it kind of is, so I can understand that this is just how the reading goes, but in one way or another it's the way of knowing what to do. So let's see about what is the bottom of the deck, because who's doing this. Yeah, the Ace of Swords is upright, because this could be a way of knowing what this is like, a good understanding. It could be an understanding. The Four of Swords is reversed because there's no cooperation. Not right now, because in that way it's the way of how it seems to be. So you could be dealing with another, whoever you are dealing with. It could be another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Basically you could be dealing with that. But in one way or another, that's how it seems to be. So I understand that this is just a general reading. So we know about for a fact that would be the bottom of that deck of those cards. At the bottom of this deck, you have the Page of Pentacles is upright. So you could be dealing with another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So I can understand that. So this could be a guy situation. This could be one way or another. So I can understand that as well. Let's see what the bottom of this deck is. The Ten of Wands is upright. Yeah, see, it's the way of how you can feel like there are burdens. There are lots of things that you're trying to recuperate. So I can understand. So you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, but we don't know who this could be. This person would be. So I can understand that this is just how doubtful this reading is. So I'm going to see this. I'm just going to figure out who's actually doing this, because I want to see if there's any proof of how it is. So let's see. So okay, so with the Knight of Pentacles upright, because there's trust. Okay, so we have that ability. So this could be another Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It does surprise me. It does. It does surprise me, because it does. So on your right side you have get ready for big changes. That's what you're doing. And the Leo, as in the Lion card, means that you have asked for what you want. That's what it seems to be. So I can see this as a way of knowing what to do, but you have to remain of how it seems to be. So I can understand this is the way it goes. We're almost done with this reading, by the way. But this is what it kind of is. So I want to see about what's going on with this card. Let's see. The Three of Swords is reversed because you're not having your heart broken. Okay, so that's very interesting. So I can understand that this is the way it goes because you're having that trust. You have that trust to understand that you can believe, because you're behaving about how it was. So I'm trying to figure this out. Was there another person that was doing this? The page of cups is reversed. So there was not a lady that was doing this. Okay, is there anything else that in this reading, like, is there anything that I can, is there? Because I just really want to know. I really just want to know. So let's see. Let's see what this reading is about. Let's see this. So I want to see this. Who's doing this? Who is doing this? The Eight of Pentacles, that's reversed. Okay, so there's not another man in this situation. So, is there anything else that was? Then the Wands reversed. Nope. It wasn't him that was doing it. The Five of Wands reversed, yeah, because there wasn't no chaos. Okay. I'll do one more. The Justice is upright. Okay, so there was a woman in this situation. So she was being justiced about the guy that was being the Pentacles. So this could be the woman that she was basically being, right? She was balancing two things at once, right? She was asked for what you want. And then he was saying, get ready for big changes. Like, he was thinking about there was something that was happening. He was fighting. He was not doing exactly what he wanted to do. But then things were going sideways. So in this situation between the woman as the Justice card and the Page of Pentacles as the man side, the feminine and the masculine, they're both different, aren't they? Yes, they do. Because in one way or another, it's basically telling me that the man is doing something. Okay? He knows that he already he's having conflict with the woman. The woman is saying, back off, leave me alone, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's what she was saying, ask for what you want. You know, that's how it seems to be. The guy is saying, get ready for big changes. That's what it seems to be, right? That's what it is. So I understand that. What would the oracles did say in this reading too? So let's see. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's having perseverance. She knows exactly what she wants, but in one way or another, that's how it seems to be. And courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yeah, because he's having courage. He knows what he wants, but this is what it seems to be. So this is just how it is in one way or another. So I can understand this the way it goes. So let's say about this clarification of how it is. So let's see what's going on between these two. So let's see. Who's doing this? Who's doing this? The awakening, Archangel Gabriel, is look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Yeah, so she's waiting for him. She's waiting for him to, you know, a temporary standstill. Like, she's looking at him, he's looking at her. The eagle is Archangel Jophiel is a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Yeah, so he's having that way about having that interesting way of knowing what to do. So this does make sense. This reading does make sense in order to do that. So I understand this. This is what it seems to be. So what's the opposite of this? Let's see. So we have Ace of Air, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. Okay, so she was an air sign. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be that. And the Six of Air is things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Yes, because he wants her. So basically, this could be a both of an air sign together. It could be a Gemini woman. It could be a Gemini guy. It could be, Aquarius woman, and it could be basically a Gemini, man. It's really a pawn of that. That's what it seems to be. So this is a good reading, by the way. And now let's look at the dice. Let's see what's going on, and let's see. Let's see. Wow, look at this. We have 3, 6, 4, 4, 4, and a 6. Alright, so 6 and 6 is 12. So basically it could be December. The third month is basically March. And the 4s represent April. So it could be that. This could be basically it could be August, as in August of the 8th month, the 12th day. It could be that. Yeah, so it could be that interesting way. It could be that situation. But it's just what it is. Your houses, it could be the 12th house, the 3rd house, the 4th house, the 8th house. So it could be that. But anyway, this is what I have for you. I hope that this reading helps you. Give it that, motivation, and I hope that this is just a general reading. I hope that this helps you. I hope that this guides you, and know that this is just how it seems to be. So knowing that this is just how it goes, you have to think about it and understand that. So I understand that this reading helps you and believe about how it goes, because no matter how it seems to be, this is what it seems to be. So I know that this is just going to be good, and this is what's going on. So I hope that this reading helps you. Give it a like, give it a comment, and I'll see you next time. So have a wonderful time, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Really. Bye.